Hello, my love. Good morning to you. I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you are awake in the multiple senses of that word. I hope your body feels awake. I hope that perhaps you have run a hand across your own skin and felt your aliveness. I wish for you today that you laugh at some point, perhaps. Perhaps at yourself, perhaps at something someone else does, perhaps at a joke. But I wish for you that at some point you experience the pleasure of a laugh. I was thinking about seeing problems for good, and this really ties in very much to the idea of perspective and how important perspective is. But I found that if I had the ability to see problems for good, not only did it improve my outlook, of course, but I actually was able to learn more from the experience and to tackle the problem in a more creative, energetic way, and simply to just endure it much more easily. I remember, as you know, fasting was something I did regularly, and something I did with training rather easily. And it's so funny, but when you think about, there was a point in time when I was part of a youth group, and this was when I was much, much younger, in adolescence, and we did a 24-hour fast for charity. And I remember how grueling that experience was, and what a travail. And I remember sitting with the other people, and we're chewing ice chips, and we're, wrapped in our hunger and misery, and it really was not a fun experience. And experiencing that hunger, and now experiencing that hunger it became different for me. When I started to fast, now I don't do anything because of my certain circumstances. But when I was fasting as an adult and knew the health benefits that it would bring to me, and just footnote, fasting should not be done willy-nilly and requires research and doctor supervision, etc., etc., all of which is off to the side and in the background, which you're well aware of. But knowing the health benefits, knowing that I was doing it for something good for me, to teach me many things, not simply the health benefits, but the mental health benefits, especially in terms of appreciation and a different view of suffering and experience. But approaching it with the mindset that I was doing it by choice and that it would bring something to me, or that I could learn something from it, made it a completely different experience. And by this, in one, I saw the problem, not having food, as bad, and it made the experience miserable. And then in the other, as an adult, I saw the problem, not having food, as actually something good. And that change in mindset makes all the difference. To see problems for good, to see stress as something that is good for you, that is improving your body, to view the work that you do, if you are doing arduous work, as actually taking the place of exercise. There was a researcher who talked about this when they explained to a number of people who were doing daily work cleaning hotels, and they said, oh, this work you're doing is actually the equivalent of exercise. You're going to be healthier from this. They actually did become healthier from it. Seeing see problems for good. Be aware of your mindset and use that to your advantage, or I tend not to like that phrase. Use that to expand your experience. Use that to find greater fulfillment and contentment in what you do. Get more out of what you do. So, see problems for good. And with that, I will bid you adieu and recommend again Shovels and Rope and Grasshopper on the Road, who certainly ran into some interesting travails on his little journey. And I hope you go forth and have a wonderful day.